in the strawberry patch, it's almost time to start thinking about giving them some winter protection, but not quite. You want to wait until about the last week, second to last or last week of December to give your strawberries winter protection. Up until then, the soil is still fairly warm and the crowns of the plants, the actively growing points down right in this mass of leaves, are still not totally dormant. So if you put on a mulch now, what you'll be doing is trapping in that warmth, and you'll be like putting a blanket on it. You may get these crowns to start growing again, which you don't want, because that will just set it up for even worse winter injury than if they were unmulched. So make certain you wait long enough. The ground is cold. After several hard freezes, when you put it on, generally use some type of straw that works best. Hay will work as far as the winter injury part of it. It'll act as insulation, but hay very often has too many weed seeds in it. So a good, clean wheat straw is best. This is some straw that we've had around for a while. You'll notice it's almost, you can almost call it partially composted. It's still got enough texture to it that it should act perfectly adequately for our purposes for our winter mulch. You want to put on about 4 to 6 inches of straw to cover up the entire bed. And you'll leave this on from the end of December up until sometime in mid-March. The way you determine when to take it off, if you start seeing some plant growth coming up through the mulch, or when you pull back the mulch and start seeing some light green growth, that's the time to take off the mulch. Don't remove it completely, just rake it off into your pathways. In the pathways, it provides a good walking surface, keeps your feet out of the mud. Then when you renovate your bed, till that in so that you also get the benefit from the organic matter. So mulch on the strawberries, you can get three uses from it: your winter protection, a walking surface in your pathways, and added organic matter. Now let's go over and look at our Tayberries now. This is our first fruiting year for our Tayberries. We looked at the fruit earlier in the summer, and if you remember correctly, we didn't have very much of a crop because we had lost a lot of our canes to winter injury due to a cold snap in the middle of last winter. Now, we don't expect a cold snap like that every year, but this winter we're going to do something a little bit different to try and make sure that we at least have a few canes surviving for next spring, and next summer's fruiting crop. Now, we've taken 3 or 4 of the more limber canes and we've folded them up. We've got them laid out on the ground with a weight holding them down to make it easy. And we're going to cover it up with wood chips. What this will do, the wood chips are fairly heavy, so they'll help hold the canes down. It'll also act as a mulch and protect the canes from severe winter temperatures. Now, it's important to get all the cane covered, even back to the crown where it is stiff and it angles up. That has to be covered, because if that part gets killed, then the whole rest of the cane is going to die. So don't neglect covering up that part. Now, the time to do this would be in late December, just like when you're mulching the strawberries, when the canes are fully dormant and the ground is still cool. You don't want them being active. You want them cold, dormant, keep them dormant, but just enough mulch to cover them, protect them from midwinter cold.